There are around over 18,000 birds or our avian friends around the world inhabiting various ecosystems and forests that constitutes an enriched section of our global biodiversity. But unfortunately, many of our feathered friends are showing a drastic and alarming decline around the globe for various natural as well as anthropogenic factors. Natural factors include catastrophic changes in the environment like natural wildfires, earthquake, devastating tsunamis, or earthquake or any other such factors that makes monumental changes to the ecosystem, killing birds in large numbers. But they only happen once in a while. But the natural factors are more imminent cause of bird decline is not a very true statement. The actual real factors behind the decline of our feathered friends around the planet is us, the humans. The indiscriminate killing and shooting of birds in various countries in both the hemispheres, both for recreational purpose as well as for the purpose of food and as game birds, has been devastating huge number of migratory birds that travel across the continents. It is quite unfortunate that we indiscriminately is responsible for the destruction of a wide range of wild bird species through our activities, whether it's marine pollution or pollution of our river and lakes, or the destruction of forest habitats in case of terrestrial ecosystems and biomes. Birds are becoming increasingly endangered. But it is essential for us to note that birds are not only an rich component of our biodiversity, but they are also important and responsible for a large number of activities which we regard as ecological services. Several species of birds are responsible for pollination of many flowering plants around the world. They have co-evolved with these plants and have transformed into specialized pollinators for them to help them in the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma. With the absence of these specific birds in tropics, subtropics, temperate and subtemperate areas, many of the flowering species of plant will start showing decline with the decline of these pollinator species. Furthermore, post-pollination, when flowers transform slowly into fruits bearing seeds necessary for the propagation of the next generation of the plants, birds again perform an outstanding ecological service in addition to mammals, bats, and various other co-inhabiting species in the dissemination of these fruits and seeds. Many plants produce seeds which will not germinate directly if they land on the soil. For these species of plant, their fruits need to be targeted by the plants as edible source and nutritionally rich component of the bird's diet. And as these birds consume the fruits, the seed are also taken. And when this seed passes through the elementary tract of the birds, and they are coated with the enzymes and the nitrogenous excretory materials that the birds drop as their poop or the guano. When they drop in various parts of the forest, they only germinate under these conditions. This not only helps in dissemination of seeds far from the mother plant, but also they provide the nutrition necessary or the chemical pathways necessary for the seed to germinate through specific enzymes in the gut of the birds that work and help in dissolving the hard outer wall so that the seed could germinate. So birds perform an essential duty, and birds also constitute through poultry and duckery and various other hatcheries and rearing of endangered and exotic birds constitute not only our poultry with the abundant supply of meat and eggs as cheap source of protein, for countless people around the world, but they are also responsible for providing fertilizers through their guano and bud droppings, and also in the maintenance of the ecosystem through their droppings, through their dissemination services of fruits and seeds, and also as pollinators. So if birds become extinct, our global ecosystem is extremely challenged in the process of maintaining its dynamics and stability. But the greed of humans are destroying bird species at an indiscriminate speed. Loss of habitats, human-induced forest fires, expansion of industry and agriculture, extreme pollution, climate change, global warming, and various other aspects of human economic development, including infrastructural development in sensitive ecozones, development of roads and railway tracks through sensitive forest ecosystems for the purpose of transport and communication, and the spread of economics and commerce, is also resulting in the destruction of a large number of birds. The release of toxic residues of pesticides and chemical fertilizers washed by rain and irrigation water into the adjoining river, pond, lake, streams, pools is resulting in eutrophication and toxification and low oxygen demand, biological and chemical oxygen demand of the water in which many aquatic plants thrive, which are important food source for many aquatic birds that are dependent on aquatic fauna and flora. So these are being jeopardized as the number of fishes decline in our freshwater ecosystem as well as in the marine ecosystem. Both marine and freshwater aquatic birds are being pushed towards extinction. Several species like the Bengal florican, great Indian bustard, flamingos, and several other species are showing signs of alarming decline, including kiwis in New Zealand, kakapos in New Zealand, and various other species around the planet. The tropics and the subtropics, which represent the richest biodiversity, has been the worst hit because of poor economic development in this region and dependence of people on the forest resources for their sustenance. As a consequence, more people are being dependent on the forest and forest resources for their sustenance, and hence the harvest of birds for source of food, plumage, as pets for illegal pet industries around the world, and as well for live catch and capture for private zoos and various other enterprises, is killing birds around the world. It is time for us to get up from our deep sleep and take action to protect these majestic species from becoming extinct. Shoykot Kumar Basu, Bureau Report, Kalinga Chronicle TV.